For this video, we'll be learning about the area of compound shapes. So the area is the amount of space occupied by a two-dimensional shape or figure, and a compound shape or a composite shape is made up of two or more similar shapes. So in order to work out the area of a compound shape, we need to work out the area of the smaller shapes or simpler shapes, and then we can add and subtract them. So it is a lot easier to have it split into two groups or two shapes, or however many shapes there are within the area you are trying to find. So the question for this lesson is to find the area of this L-shaped room. So as we can see, there are two rectangles. So if we have a look at A, we know that the area of a rectangle is length times width, and we can see that 8 is the length and 6 is the width. So we can go 8 times 6, which we know is 48, and it is in meters, so that is meters squared. Now looking at the rectangle B, we need to obviously figure out what this length here is. We can do that by having a look at the full length of the shape, which is 10, and we know that this part here, or the width of rectangle A, is 6. So to figure this one out, we can go 10 minus 6, which is 4, so that there is 4 meters. So now we know that for the area of rectangle B is going to be length 4 times 3 widths, which is 12 meters squared. So in order to find the area of the total shape, or the whole L-shaped room, we can just add together the two areas we have found, 48 plus 12, which we get is 60 meters squared. Now, there is another way that we can find the area of this L-shaped room, and we can do it in order of, we can figure out what the area of the large rectangle is, which is C, which is the entire outside of this room. And we can see that the length is 10. So again, we write out our formula. We know that the length is 10 times the width, which we can see over here is 8. And 10 times 8 is 80. And the units are meters and squared. Then we can figure out what this little square is, or little rectangle, which is D. Now, we can figure out what this length here is by looking at the total length, which is 10, and then taking away what we do know, which is 6. So we know that this bottom, or the width of this square, is going to be 4 meters. And then again over here, we know that the full length of this is 8 minus what we know is 3, so we get 5 meters. So to figure out the area of rectangle B, length times width, which is 4 times 5, we get 20 meters squared. So because this little rectangle here isn't actually part of the room, then we can subtract the smaller rectangle, or rectangle D, from rectangle C. So the area of the whole room is 80, which is the whole rectangle, minus 20, which is the little piece that isn't included in the room, and we get 60 meters squared, which is, as you can see, the same answer as doing it the other way.